We did this yesterday morning, and we just slayed. I didn't do it on camera because I just kind of needed a personal day. Like, I just consider me calling in sick for a day. I needed a day where I could just get out and fish and not stress about doing so with a camera attached to my head and carrying around a tripod with all my fishing gear and trying to film. But I'm fresh and it is so gorgeous out here. Beautiful morning. It rained last night, so the sand is all soft and pitted from the raindrops. The surface is dead flat. The water is crystal clear. And we've got these thunderstorms at sunrise. Could not ask for a more picturesque morning. Now all we got to do is catch some fish on camera. We'll be good to go. Already on the board. I can't even get out here, and he's already got a fish on. Ah! Yeah, I probably wasn't a keeper anyway. Case Plastics and Zipper hooked us up with some stuff to try out. We're going to see how well it works. Been dying to try this out. Right off the bat, first cast. Look at that first cast. Oh shit, Rich got himself one. Looks like he's still on it. I was using this white and pink here. I'm switching over to an orange, and the reason being, you don't find orange lures anywhere in South Texas, and I find that crazy because this looks just like a ghost shrimp full of eggs cruising across the bottom. So we're going to see if that's something that they actually are attracted to. I have a suspicion they will be. I know ghost shrimp make a great bait. Let's see how that guy does. The problem that I'm having is that lure is just too big. I keep getting a ton of hits, but it's all on the tail end over here. They're not even taking the tail off. I'm afraid the trout in here right now are just a little bit smaller, so I'm going to be switching over to this. This is the color that Rich is using to totally blow me out of the water right now, so I'm going to try. God damn it, as I'm sitting here talking, he's hooking into another one. Look at him.
tired. I guess that's a better way of putting it.
All right, so we're back here at the hotel, and yeah, the battery died on my camera, so it might not have looked like we caught a lot of fish, but after the battery died, I was able to, both of us were really able to turn it on. Let me show you what we got. Oh, nice. But yeah, we had a good morning. We've had a good couple of days, actually. That little guy just got his gills ripped out. Ow, mother. Just take my word for it, okay? There's a lot of fish in there. I'm getting speared, and we got a fillet. I'm gonna try that trick I was talking about with that guy.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Look at that.
Your knife is a little better than mine.
Did I give you the crappy one?
No, this sucks.
Sorry.
Butchering this thing, I'm sorry.
I'm just fucking bad with knives. Oh, that sounds good. I feel like you're just buttering me up to get a bag of flounder fillets. Went back to the hotel. The girls were waking up. We had to pack up all of our stuff. And now we are back out here at Mustang Island State Park. We're actually just north of the Fish Pass Jetty over here. And man, we are having... Dude, it is a pretty day. It is one of those very rare occasions that just does not happen that often. Absolutely gorgeous water. I'm totally wasting time sitting here and talking to you. We've got our entire setup over here ready to go. And now it's time to bait up some rods. I've already got bait all ready to go. We just got to put it on the rods and get them out into the water. So we're going to do that right now.
This is how I feel now. I never had it so good. Had it so good. I never had it so good. Without your love, I know I would. I feel good. I feel good. I never had it so good. Without your love, I know I would. Waking up early in the morning without you by my side.
Rachel's dad, Rich, he had a line over there that we had in this first gut right on the inside, and he already got cleaned out after like 2-3 minutes. He was using cut mullet with fish bite and a little piece of shrimp. So that's probably little stuff. I'm out past the sandbar on that guy, and I haven't seen any hits on that yet. That's just a piece of cut mullet. We'll see what happens. You're throwing shrimp in the first gut.
All day, because that's what we saw yesterday.
I think you're going to kill it on whiting with that. And that's cool. I want whiting. Fish tacos. I'd love to have that. And then on the big rod here, I got him swam out to that third sandbar with a huge piece of butterfly mullet. Keep my fingers crossed. We're practicing for Sharkathon. That's coming up. Before we know it, we're going to be, you know, hitting it for Sharkathon. So I got to get my practice on. What have you got there?
Ghost shrimp. They live in the stand, and you have to dig a deep hole. As you can see, I am stuck in.
But you got yourself a ghost shrimp.
Yeah.
Why don't you let them go back in the hole, and then let's see you build a sandcastle.
This is what I made
So
so far.
far. All right. Hold on, let me get a good shot of it. savvy. You have to give us a tour of the castle.
Up here is the princess's living room. And I'm decorating, but I'm going to have these little coquinas around it. Here is a little balcony. Another balcony. Princess's fish. Fish is the princess. Baby right here. And here's the water. And it kind of goes around, but over here is supposed to be the regular. And here's a bigger balcony. So another balcony right here.
And then you got a little wall over there that helps. It hits, the water hits that and then floods into her bay so that she has a big deep pool. And she's even got little minnows in there because the wall keeps them from getting out. What's the status on the fishing?
The ladyfish are being all crazy.
Oh, bad with the ladyfish, huh?
But something through the hook.
That's probably a ladyfish.
No. Go back, because this way. Go back.
How'd it go?
You know, because you're going to slam on it.
I'm probably going to do that anyway. One down. Nice. That's a good start to the day. 6 hours in.
I think got enough for breakfast.
One of us gets to eat. It's starting to get a little rough, starting to get a little windy, and everybody's starting to get a little bit frustrated. We're just not catching what we were hoping to be catching. You know, a couple of whiting is not what we came down here for. It is time to do the last ditch effort for catching fish. It's time to shove a bunch of bait into my pocket and swim out to the last sandbar and just sit there and see what I can chum in. So let's go do a little wade fishing.
Let's go to work, 'cause I'm tripping. Gotta work on myself, 'cause I'm falling apart. Please wake me up, 'cause I'm slipping. Can't fight this feeling off no more. But I'm not going to give up and fall. Rise above the door, need all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all. I'm never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. Yeah. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go.
Got ourselves a little croaker right there. So these croaker aren't bad eating. They're kind of like whiting. I like them, and I want to have fish tacos for dinner tonight. So I'm gonna hold on to that guy. He's little, but he's a fillet or a bait. Either way. worked so hard for fish in all my freaking life. Holy Christ. That's a keeper. He's beat up from having dropped down in the rocks, so I'm going to keep him. Well, it took a couple of days. We got our fish there. Finally, a nice spectacle. Because of the freeze, I wouldn't normally be keeping this. I'm just keeping him because of the work I had to put into it, and because I don't know that he's going to survive. He's pretty beat up from the rocks.